All right. Looks like we may have one person in here. Chat. All messages. All right. What's happening, guys? Coming at you from my office. I've been doing this a little bit, doing some live videos. So hopefully a few of you join in. If you have any questions, that's what this video is for. I'm going to try to answer questions for you. Oh, well, like tons of people just jumped in. It went from 0 people to 22. I'll try to give people shout outs. Appreciate all of you joining in. Holy crap, 100 people just like that. Thank you for joining, and I'll try to answer your questions. Also, oh wow. So I'm going to tell you about Super Chat real quick. If you want to make sure your question is answered, just do a Super Chat. The way that you do that is when you go to, if you click on the options, you can do Super Chat. You can do like $5 or $10 or something like that, and I'll answer your question in as much detail as possible. What's up, Rio B from Nashville? What's up, John Slickner from Florida? Again, if you want to ensure that your question gets answered, do a Super Chat. So, but I will try to answer as many questions as possible, but there's so many people commenting and so many comments coming through, it's hard to get to. How's the warehouse coming along? It's coming along good. We're almost 100% up and going. I would say we're about 98%. What's up, David Christensen, longtime supporter. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for joining in. Richard Mitchell, how's it going, JP? The most important question of the day is, how are you today? Doing good, man. I took the Down for Sound team to Exotics Racing here in Las Vegas, and we raced some fast go-karts. Had a lot of fun. So it was great. Daniel Jenkins, you're always on top of the game. I appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. Adrian Touchstone, hey JP, thanks a million for taking care of, oh crap, there's so many comments coming in, sorry, it's just one of me, but again, you can do Super Chat to be sure to get your question answered. I'll always make sure to do those. Thanks a million for taking care of me while traveling. I had the Down for Sound D4S65 problem. Okay, yeah, no problem, we try to do the best we can. Exotic Racing is awesome. Yeah, it was awesome. I drove a Lambo like about a month ago, and then I saw the go-karts out there. I was like, man, I have to do that. Super awesome. But again, me doing this Q&A is just to try to answer as many questions as you have. It could be about anything within respects, I guess. So thank you to Cat Eats Cats. He gave me a $1 Super Chat. So can anybody top Cat Eats Cats? But he didn't have a question though. He just did a $1 Super Chat. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Let's see. How much money did you spend on your Down for Sound truck? Jesus is coming soon said that. Which truck? Are you talking about my work truck or what? Rodriguez Johnson, shout out to you. Just did a $5 Super Chat. I really appreciate that. I wonder if I could make $100. I might send my mom some flowers or something. That would be nice. Let's see. Man, it's so hard to get to all the questions because there's so many people commenting. There's over 110 people commenting. Broke Sim, how much money did you spend on the Tahoe in total? I did a YouTube video on this actually, and I would suggest you go watch it. It breaks it down in a lot of detail, but it was like around $107,000. But there is a YouTube video that you can check out. You can do in the search bar, how much was Neoho or something like that. How much did Neoho cost or something like that, and it'll bring it up. OG Alex, thank you for the Super Chat. Is Scar EVL any good? It is a good subwoofer. Scar's a pretty good brand. It's a very budget-friendly brand, so that's why a lot of people like it. Tons of my high school kids, college kids, like tons of them get this brand for that reason, and they love it. So, Charles, any Black Friday sales? Yes, we will be doing some, but the companies don't let me know what I'm able to do. until like a few days before Black Friday usually. Let's see. Hello JP, I'm 13. I want to buy my first setup. What should I buy from Down for Sound? Arnold Audio. It just depends, man. Depends on what you're looking to spend on it. I don't know what your budget is, what your vehicle is. It varies a lot. Again, if you're just now joining in, there's so many people commenting. There's just one of me, obviously. If you want to make sure your question gets answered, just do a super chat. That's where you do like a few dollars, $5, $10, whatever, and I will be sure to share my experience with you and give you my professional opinion on your question. And I will guarantee answering your question. Okay, Down South just did a $5 super chat. Thank you for that. His question: do you carry any three-way components, 6.5, 3.5 tweet that you have? I do carry a few different ones. You can check them out. Check out Audio Dynamics and check out Black Hydra. Black Hydra has a very nice set. I would actually recommend them. Well, actually, Audio Dynamics and Black Hydra are very, very nice, so be sure to check them out. I would suggest those on downforsoundshop.com. Let's see. Why is everything sold out? Jay Trevino. Man, we do the best that we can. I try to stock as much stuff as I can, but we have so many people like buying from us. Obviously, we just got into this new warehouse. And we're doing the best that we can to get as much stock in. I've been placing orders bigger than I ever thought I would ever have spent on car audio, much less one brand. For instance, my last, let me show you this. I think I still have it on my screen. Look, this is my last order. I don't know if, yeah, I can flip it around. This is my last order. This is like my last order from Scar Audio. You ready? Check this out. This was my last order from Scar Audio. Pretty crazy, right? I never thought I would be spending that type of money on car audio. Let's see. But again, thank you everybody that's doing super chats. I really appreciate it. That's the way to get your questions guaranteed to be answered by me. Jared Peen, $5 super chat. Thank you for that. You didn't ask a question, but thank you for your super chat. I really appreciate it. How many subs do you think? Oh man. Legless Lex. Why does the swamp of corruption rig the election and claim no proof like they did when they killed Epstein? Also, shout out me on Howard, bro. Love your life. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, the government is, man, super. You can't even comment about them, and they'll ban your video and all kind of stuff. It's crazy. The big brother, as they call it, is out of control. But yeah, I'm not a fan of politics. There's so much corruption there. Again, if you want me to answer your question for sure, be sure to do a super chat, and I'll be like, that's guaranteed that I'll answer your question the best to my abilities. Let's see, Longway Fargo, what's good? What's up, man? Which is louder, a bandpass or ported? They both, like, in my opinion, they both have options to get loud or ways that they both can be loud, but it just depends. I have a fourth order in my, wow, a bunch of super chats coming through. I appreciate it, everybody. Thank you for the support. But I run a fourth order in the Tahoe. If you get a fourth order right, you get the best of both worlds. Best of a sealed enclosure, which is going to be your sealed side of the fourth order. That's going to play mostly your lows. And then your higher bass is going to come from the ported side. So most of the time you tune the ported side higher. I think my ported side is tuned to around 45 or 50, so fairly high. But you can do, it gives you the best of both worlds. But most people do ported because it's a lot simpler and it doesn't require as much room to do something, to put a box in there. For instance, if you did a ported enclosure for 618s, it wouldn't be near as big as doing a fourth order with 618s, because essentially you have one sealed box, and it depends on the ratio as well. This could get very this could get very confusing, but anyways, you have different ratio fourth orders. You can have a 1-to-1, which is going to mean if you say you have 2 cubes on your sealed side, you'll have 2 cubes on your ported side. And then if you have a 2-to-1, you'd have, say, 2 cubes on your sealed side, then you'd have 2 times that, so 4 cubes on your ported side, and then you go up from there. Mine in my Tahoe is a 3-to-1 ratio fourth order. Supposedly, I'm not a fourth order guru or anything like that, but supposedly you can get the higher your ratio, up to like 3 or 4-to-1, the bigger the ratio, the wider the bandwidth, the more playability, the more musical it is. And my Tahoe will play a lot of different frequencies, so I like it a lot. Trying to go back through all these super chats. Thank you for everybody doing the super chats. I really appreciate it. Shout out to Cody Sorrell, $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Louis Mata, $2 super chat. In Texas, I'll do anything to work at the new facility. I appreciate it, man. We're fully staffed right now. We're good, but I appreciate you shouting out that you would be willing to. Master Lawn Care, $2 super chat. Do you do sponsorships? We don't currently do any sponsorships. What I recommend is, if you're looking to do something I have a video on this as well on my YouTube channel about sponsorships, because so many people want to be sponsored, or they think they do. If you go to how to be sponsored in car, or you go to YouTube, type in how to be sponsored in car audio, you'll see my video there, and it'll tell you what you need to do, and everything about being sponsored in car audio. Again, if you're just now joining, if you want me to for sure answer your question, do a $5 or $10 super chat, or $50, $100, whatever you want to do, and I will answer your question to the best of my abilities, because there's so many people in here, and just one of me, the comments are going by super fast, so it's hard for me to get to everybody. Jay Trevino, he gives freebies away, bro. Can you blast your music in the hood again like you did 7 years ago? I do need to do some more of those videos. Those were great videos for sure. I had a lot of fun doing those. I've just been so busy, and I don't even have the Tahoe here anymore. It needs some TLC, so it needs to get some of that done, and then we might ship it back out here. Jay Trevino slapped a decal, down for sound decal, on his pit bike. That's awesome. They're everywhere for sure. Let's see. Hunter Stelly, should I run one EVO12 or 2 SDR12s on a 1500 watt amp? I'd probably do 2 if you have the room to do it. You have more cone area that way. Jesus is coming soon. 116. How much watts was in your Tahoe? Around 100,000 watts, give or take a few. Again, this is a Q&A. If you have any questions, I'm trying to answer all of them, but it's impossible for me to get to every one of them because there's so many people in here. But a way for me to guarantee to answer you is to do a super chat. So do $5 or $10, and I'll for sure answer your question for you. R2RO, do you have a down for sound tattoo? I do not have a down for sound tattoo. Let's see. Blast your sounds if you down for sound, yo. Why so many watts? You gotta have the watts, man. Let's see. Should I go with a triple 8 setup or a dual 12 setup? I would probably do dual 12s, me personally. Let's see. All right, we got a $5 super chat from Rodriguez Johnson. In the blue Tahoe, was it a switch you pressed or activated to push the massive sound during demo or volume up, like a blow wow? Like in the Bow Wow vid. It was just a bass knob. I would turn it up. I appreciate the super chat, but yeah. So it's just a bass knob. I don't have one here, but anyway. It's just a bass knob. So you can just turn it like this. So it's almost like a switch, but you roll it and it turns your bass level up and down. So it makes it easy for you to control your bass level. River Alley, are you going to upgrade your NS1s to or NS2s to Salt 12Ks? It's actually a plan of mine to do Salt 12s in the Tahoe, but I have to wait for it seems like JT over at High Voltage Car Audio isn't really interested in working on the truck. So I want to, but I'm waiting on him to do it. So whenever he would tell me he's ready to do it, I would ship him some Salt amps. I might not even have enough Salt 12s to do it now. Have you considered doing a full Alfred build, or will you always stick with Sundown? I mean, I've considered it, but man, doing builds or on that size is a lot of work, and then you have to getting them to shows. It's a lot of homework and headache that comes along with it. So yeah, I mean, I've thought about it, and they would. I mean, I'm sure if I decided to do a rebuild, the companies would give me the equipment with the following that I have. So yeah, that's a big thing. Like if you're looking to get sponsored in car audio, you in the shortest explanation of that. Again, I'd go to it in a lot of detail in the YouTube video, how to get sponsored in car audio. But the shortest answer is you need to be able to offer these companies something on their investment. So what I did when I was approaching companies trying to get sponsored, I would tell them like, hey, last year I traveled over 25,000 miles. I went to this show, this show, this show, all these shows. I had them listed out. Hey, here's pictures of where I was at these shows. Hey, here's videos on my YouTube channels that got millions of views. Like I have thousands and thousands of followers on this platform, this platform, this platform. You have to sell them on why they should invest in you on your sponsorship, because at the end of the day, it's about return on investment, ROI. They want to know that their investment into you and your vehicle is going to be something that makes them a return on their money for losing money on either. I can almost guarantee you're not going to get product for free. You're going to end up getting some sort of discounted product if you get sponsored. So it'll just be some sort of discount. So that's how, in the shortest term. Again, if you're just now joining in and you want me to for sure answer your question, do a $5 or $10 super chat, and I will answer your question in as much detail as possible. Just like Brandon Charger Scat just said. He just did a $10 super chat, so thank you so much, Brandon Charger Scat. He says, I have Sundown 12s on Scar amps. My big problem is adjusting the 13-band EQ on my JVC radio. Can you make a video on adjusting your radio EQ for best sound? Man, the thing about that is, sorry to be vague on your question, but it comes down to each vehicle is different, so it's almost impossible to set it up or show somebody. You can sort of show somebody, but I can promise you there's several videos out there already where people are doing this. So you can go watch those videos and see how to generalize it, but a lot of setting EQs is your preference. So I can't tell you how to set your EQ, because you might not like what I like. Like Sleep ZZZ says EQ is what sounds good to you. Exactly. So so that's basically what it comes down to. You can watch those videos and it'll tell you how to get generalized locations on each setting, but at the end of the day, it's going to come down to what you like. Just like people's car audio builds, you should only build it for you, not to please everybody else. As long as you like it, that's all that matters. Jared Peen, I forgot to ask my question. Why would my amp turn on for a split second after I shut my car off? It seems like it might be an install problem there. Sometimes you'll have like some people have like a turn off pop. Like if you have too many things on the same remote, you'll get a turn off pop, but I'm not sure why it would turn back on. It's got to be getting fed some sort of signal to turn it back on though. So that's the only thing I can think. A bunch of more super chats coming through. Thank you so much to everybody. I really appreciate it. The LDL man, the idol man, idea man. Sorry, it said L instead of I. Have you thought of installation of car audio now that you're at a new and bigger warehouse? Congrats on the new place. I have. It's just we stay so busy doing like getting product out and just shipping product. It would actually hurt us to stop to and take up room doing installs, and the people that I've found or seen in, oh man, so many. I haven't found anybody in Las Vegas that I would hire to do installs here, so not at this time. Cody Sorrell, another $5 super chat. Thank you so much, everybody doing super chats. Again, Cody Sorrell, best 8-inch sub for SPL power and good compact box. Also, when are you getting base head cable back in green? Cody, we have, so to answer your first question, I see you're getting 2 for 1 here. Best 8-inch sub for SPL, I would recommend the Sundown X Series 8. That's my go-to on that. Getting more base head cables back in around 3 to 4 weeks. We ran into a big problem on supply right there. Von Hoyt did a $5 super chat, but I don't see a question from you, so I'll try to pay attention for your name that it pops up. Again, there's 150 people in here. If you're wanting me to answer your question for sure, be sure to do a super chat and I will get to you for sure. But I'm going to try to answer as many as I can. But again, there's 140 people in here asking questions. Michael Moore, my question won't fit here, so I'll send it after this. I appreciate it. Thank you for the videos. Okay, sounds good, man. But you can try to ask it here. You can do it in 2 different points, 2 different messages if you want. Von Hoyt, I had 2 Orion 15s, 1 big amp or 2 small amps. I would personally do 1 big amp. It makes it a lot simpler, and it simplifies not only wiring, it's just a lot easier, and then you have less stuff that could go wrong. Gregory Johnson, Greenville in the house. What's up, man? I appreciate you. If you're referring to Greenville, Mississippi, then I will be there on Wednesday. I fly in on Wednesday. I'm coming in early for early Thanksgiving, so I'll be back in Greenville, Mississippi. Chris Lingle, Pitbull, 20K for 1,500 on Black Friday. You are out of your mind. Cody Sorrell, $2 more on Super Chat. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming through huge on that. Almost to my $100 goal. I'm going to buy my mom some flowers or something. Y'all can help with that. And I help you, you help me. Let's see. JP, do you follow Q? Yes, but it's hard to follow because they keep deleting the page. So, haven't in a while.